District Board meeting to order. Please stand for the national anthem, our Pledge of Allegiance.
Got to sing for us, Bruce?
Yeah. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Brown, would you lead us in prayer?
Let's pray. Father in heaven, we thank you for another day that you've given us. We thank you for the forecast that says things are going to get warmer, things are going to maybe melt off and make life a little bit better for us. We pray that the things that we do and say tonight will be pleasing unto you. Thank you for the opportunity to make a little bit of difference in Wells County. Amen.
Thank you. Amen. Okay, we have a quorum. The only person missing is Andy, and we knew he was going to be missing. Everybody had a chance to review the minutes of the last meeting?
Yes. Yep.
If so, can I get a motion to approve? Okay, we have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, we have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Who made the motion?
John.
Which John?
John H.
John H.
Okay.
John H. Wicked.
Okay.
All right.
That needs to be signed then.
Leon, I assume we have some bills to pay.
We do indeed. We have a total of 20 claims this evening. The first one is salary for Lewis Brown, $3,970.50. Payroll taxes, $1,422. And we have 6 electric bills that total $552.72. Credit card, which was primarily postage and advertising, for $112.08. The cell phone, $45.52. We have rent, and then in addition to rent from McAfee Sewer is repairs on some lift stations. That totals $1,590. Our billing to Bluegrass is $561.38. Fuel at AgBest, $101.30. And then there's an additional premium on the workers' comp, in addition to what we paid last month, another $157.50. I questioned that to Trent, but he said that was normal, so I take him for his word on that. Then we purchased envelopes for $64. Our annual website fee to Immense Impact, $635. Attorney fees to Miller, Burry, and Brown, which, by the way, is practically for all of 2025, for $4,060. Billing through Adams County RSD is $1,160. Bank of New York to put into our escrow account, $6,563.48. And accounting for Honiger Ringer is also rather large because he had to do a bunch of year-end reports, $6,608. Those 20 claims total $27,603.48. After that is paid for, the balance in the checking account is $66,636.39. The bond from Bank of New York, the bond and interest escrow is $14,771.67. Bank of New York cash account for Project 4, which is Toxin, $200,065.77. Bank of New York debt service reserve is $23,723.77. And our improvement fund is $611,421.25. Totals, $916,618.85. End of that report.
Okay, can I get a motion to pay the bills?
So moved.
We have a motion on the table. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed?
And
Better
while-
pay the bills.
And while I have the floor, I will announce that our low-income fund jumped by $1,000. We had a generous donor that came through with $1,000. So that fund is now up to $2,015.03. Do you feel that that would cover this one situation?
I haven't even looked at her house. I
Okay.
know where she lives. but
Okay.
I have not looked to see,
Yeah.
and really until we get that staked out to know where the sewer tap is
Yeah.
gonna be. But that's gonna get close.
It's going to be very close.
I think it'll.
Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you, Leon. Mr. Brown?
You're signed by everybody.
All right, first thing on the agenda is
Minutes down there,
kind
Tim.
of talk about the homes north of 224 on State Road 1. The way I counted it, Leon, there were 10 plus the event barn.
Right.
And we had hoped that Ryan LaFeld would be here tonight to kind of give us an idea on what to do next.
Right.
And I do appreciate the fact that you talked to Ryan Bennett today. And so that will, we'll get it started. I can't imagine we have to know right now what direction
Well,
we're going.
Mark just walked in. He might have a little insight. I don't know if he does or not. but-
Hi, Mark. Hey, how are you? We're just talking about those homes that we talked about the other day, north of 224 along State Road 1. We had hoped that Ryan would be able to give us a little more insight. Leon has talked to Ryan Bennett with our health department about it again. I think when I talked to him, he said that none of those homes have current septic, up-to-date septic systems. I was thinking that Bill Bracken did, but his house was built in '76. And why I thought, just so you know, why I thought that Bill's house had an upgraded septic system. He got a divorce. His wife built a new house north of there, and I did put hers in.
Okay.
Not at Bill's house. So, well, we cleared that up with Ryan. So, anything else?
Well, I was just going to ask Mark, since Ryan isn't here, do you know what the funds are available if we wanted to extend our toxin project?
I'll have to look at our budget and see what all we have there, and we got a contingency, there's always that.
Right.
Right. So we just have to look and see if there's how much wiggle room there is.
Right.
What would be the absolute latest date that we need to decide?
Well, I think that has to do with just progress on the construction project. I would assume they could tie that in
About any time.
about
They
any
could.
time.
Yeah, they could
I mean,
almost.
It could be
Okay.
midsummer.
Right.
If we
Okay.
had the funds, I think they could run the line and make the connection.
Right.
Okay, that's
Anytime before it goes live, even after it goes live, you could do it.
Yeah.
But,
okay, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we got.
So we're not on a crunch time?
No,
Okay.
I don't think from a construction standpoint, I think it has more to do with obviously funds and if it's something that, if we do have funds, and it may be a thing where we need to be about halfway through the project, feel comfortable that we're not gonna have to use all that contingency. And, if there was enough money there, then you probably would wanna take advantage of your, unit cost quantity prices for this project. And just do it as a change order or as an ad, and then hopefully you can afford to do it. I don't know. So it's the homes that are north of 224
Yes.
along
They're
101,
Right on State Road 1.
on State Road
All of
1,
them
not
on- yeah.
101.
On
Okay.
State Road 1. There's 10 homes plus that event barn.
Yeah.
Along there.
North of 224 on SR1.
Estimated footage.
It was, Leon thought it was around 3,100, but when I checked Beacon, it looked like about 3,600 total.
It's about three-quarters
I
of a
got the
mile.
3,100 from Ryan Bennett.
Oh, okay. And maybe, you know how that is when you're going that far on Beacon. It's real easy to get, to lose.
About 2/3 of a mile.
I would think it would be a thing that those homeowners would want, because Ryan told me today that one septic system has already failed, just hasn't been a complaint yet. And another system is in the process of failing, so, and they're all 56 years or older. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
I'll take a
So
look
we'll-
at it on the GIS.
Okay.
yeah. we'll-
And I'm sure that event barn wants to,
You would-
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're,
I would
they're
if I were them.
basically either using porta pots or I think now they've set a holding tank that they have to have
Oh, okay.
pumped. So,
Okay.
yeah.
At what point do we collect on that buy-in fee on this project? Yeah, I just actually talked to Brooke about that we talked about that last week, and, she was getting hold of the city. I think she talked to Tony Crowell and said we just need an invoice from the city.
Yeah.
So that's based on 105 EDUs? Yeah, it was right in our, I think it was right in our agreement. Yeah. And, so should we hold off until we have a solid EDU number, or should we, what's been the practice? I don't know, I think it was, in the past, it was done kind of towards the end. Okay. They asked me today, and I didn't have a recollection of that. But if they wanna give us, an invoice, at least we can pay what we know or what we think. But if we're not sure of add-ons like this. No, that can change things. Yeah. Because we need a, well, we use the invoice and we send it as a disbursement request directly to SRF. Yeah. And then they pay.
Okay.
And I think I saw an email where Brooke had requested that, so, and let
We
them
need
know
to
that-
see it, that in invoice form.
Yeah.
And, that 105 hookups doesn't include those 10.
Right.
So,
Would not include. Yeah, so.
Okay.
All right. I looked at this list right before I printed it, and I thought, talk about scatterbrain. But I usually just put things on there as I think of them. Anyway, we had talked about when I need to get extra help, what we're going to pay them. I will tell you on the two repairs that we had to do, they were both after 10 o'clock at night, in the snow, in the wind. We weren't done on either one of them until about 1 in the morning or after, but we got them going. And I will just tell you, normally when we go out, if people call 9, 10 o'clock at night or anytime, I go out. If I can get the pump running, then I can pump the pit completely down, tell them don't use laundry, do anything else you want, take your shower, use the toilet, not everything, just don't do laundry. And it'll get us by for a half a day or whatever. Well, on both of those, the pits were almost full and the pumps would not run. So we had to change the pumps at night. But anyway, it worked. Andrew did help me on that, and that was what that extra was on the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on that subject, since we don't have an assistant technician,
Right.
is Andrew McAfee taking the place of an assistant?
Well, just by the hour, is the way he's doing
Just
it.
as needed, I know,
Right,
yeah.
right. It would be nice, though, if we knew, if we could get, and I think we talked about this maybe at the last meeting, if we knew what we were gonna pay them, because if I couldn't have got, just say Andrew was off on vacation or something, and I had used Derek before, and then Kevin Reinhardt, who helps Andrew some, he's always been good. In fact, he helped me pull the pump one day. So anyway, but we just need to have a base so that they know, or so I know that they can get X number of dollars per hour. So, anyway. We did have, talk about bill pay customers. We did have one of the customers call me and said, if you're complaining about the postage, why do you send me a bill every month? Because I bill, I do bill automatic payment. So I talked to Brooke about this, and Brooke said we need to let everybody know that if they send us an email address, instead of us mailing it, we will just email them their bill. So it's just up to the homeowners to send us an email address, and we'll be glad to do it. On the toxin project, I do plan to make sure if they have an email, I want to get it on documented so that we do have, because there's a lot of them that have email that we don't have, so, anyway. As far as we know, and we wish Ryan would have been here tonight, the interim rate will start with the March billing. That's what our bookkeeper is planning on doing. So,
Question.
yes.
Hypothetically, if the weather doesn't allow shovels in the ground until April or May, do we still have to start in March?
That's a Mark question.
Or is that in writing already?
What's that?
Do we have to start the interim rate billing in March if VTF does not start work until April or May?
I believe the way it's set up, that we start the interim rate when construction begins.
When
That's what I thought.
So, but we need to know here pretty quick, because Jamie's gonna wanna know to get her billing ready, because, that's coming up real quick.
Yeah, so it depends on when they start.
Yes.
Once
This
they
is
start, then you can.
With the weather, I can foresee that they
I
won't start in March.
I will reach out to, I don't have the higher ups at VTF, but
Okay.
Matt, the one that is kind of supervisor for this.
Yeah.
I can reach out to him tomorrow,
Okay,
and, yeah,
get his thoughts on it.
right.
Yeah.
Right, he definitely should know,
Okay,
so I will call him tomorrow. Pickup truck. Just to throw this out, doesn't have to be right now or whenever, but I will tell you, the pickup truck is very nice, but it is not very functional. We need something with toolboxes on it, and I think, remember when we bought that truck and then found out that SRF would not pay because they assumed it was just a pickup truck to ride around in. I think that if we would buy a quote-unquote work truck, that we could probably get it, SRF would probably pay for that.
Yeah.
So, something to think about. I'm not saying we should trade this truck in. It's got almost 100,000 miles on it now. And by the way, I don't use it to go home, back and forth to home, so because it doesn't get 10 miles a gallon.
doesn't it?
And my little HHR gets 33. So I just don't ever drive it home, unless I'm going to Liberty Center or something. So anyway, one of the things, and I know that Mark is planning on this too, is to go over the budget at the March meeting. I know we'll have Trent here.
Oh, he won't be here until April, but
Oh.
if Andy's here,
Andy's
got the budget.
I think
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
handle the budget
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, because, he mentioned the postage, and, we just need to, I told Mark, I'm as tight as bark on a tree. I don't buy anything we don't absolutely have to have. But if you look, we are about out of pumps. We're about out of sea level floats, and I bought 10 of them just not long ago. And we are out of pump cords. Remember I told you 3 of them got cut because VTF put them in the pits wrong. And we think there was another one that they must have, either the factory or something, pulled it, and one of the wires in it broke, and so we had to replace it. So those are things that are coming up that we're gonna have to have just pretty quick. So, I'm not trying to spend money unless we need it, but we're gonna need it.
You gotta have that.
We have got to have that stuff. So, anyway, there is kind of an issue with VTF and the main lift station pump. They have shopped around and, aren't gonna use, it doesn't sound like they're gonna use Ferguson. Well, that's, as long as they use the same pump, and I wish Ryan was here to talk about it. But one of the problems is now they want to buy the pump from one company, they want to buy the panel from VTF. Well, if we have problems with the pump or the panel, now we got to call 2 different people. And and I know Ryan has talked to Ferguson about it, but I think we need to get that worked out before they do actually buy a pump. and buy a panel from. The nice thing is, especially for me, I like to be able to look at the same thing no matter which one it is. It just makes it so much
Who
easier.
they buying a panel from?
Somebody over in Ohio. No, they're buying the panel, they want to buy the panel from Ferguson. And what Ferguson thinks is maybe they thought that the price they got on this pump included the panel, which it didn't. So now they want to go back to Ferguson, and Ferguson had given them, if I understand correctly, Ferguson had given them a price for the pump and the panel as one unit. So anyway, we will, stay on top of that and try to figure out. But yeah, to change and have 3 or 4 different panels is not a good thing. The simpler we can make it, especially for me, the simpler you can make it, so I can just, when I open that door, I know it's exactly, without having to. So anyway, we do continue to have grinder pump and panel issues. I'm kind of leaning towards the fact that with this cold weather, that little tube that comes up out of those sea level floats is getting frost in them, and then it doesn't work, and then the homeowner calls me. By the time I get out there, almost always the alarm's off. And even though my smartphone I can download the total log, that's not telling us exactly what the problem was. And so we are planning on a training in March, probably have some manufacturer's rep come, and along with Mike from Ferguson, and we're gonna get these panels figured out. And I'm hoping that Derek and definitely Andrew, probably Kevin, some of these guys that will be helping us. Oh, Abe Wallace, because he's in charge of the ones in Ossian. He definitely wants to be there. So we're gonna get a group together, we're gonna go, Mike from Ferguson asked me to write down a bunch of scenarios. What did I see when I went out there to this one? Because they're all different. It is crazy how much difference, it's not very simple, I will tell you that. We eventually always figured it out, but,
I got a quick question. Let's go back to that pump thing. What did they bid on that?
well, there's specifications in the,
But they didn't have a vendor, so to speak.
they didn't have a vendor for
Okay.
that, is what the deal is. The way I understand
They're
it.
gonna buy a pump due to the same specs that we agreed to.
That is, yes.
Okay.
And Ryan is aware of all this, because Mike's been calling us about it. He called me again the other day about it. So, yes, and before they get it bought, we have to know that it's,
Say, that's something that you need to be on top of, because you're the one that's
Exactly.
gonna have to deal with it.
well, exactly. And, anybody in the future, the simpler you can
You're
make
gonna
these
be here
things.
forever,
Yeah.
Really. Don't be thinking about it.
Oh, I appreciate that thought, but, yeah. Current flow, I get a mission statement every morning. Right now it's running, the lowest has been about 54,000. Last weekend it jumped up to 74,000, and that's probably because everybody's home, right now. But I just want to make you aware of when this snow starts melting, and when we are going to see an increase in the flow.
So we still have a problem.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely have a problem. But we've gone all this time, that is a kind of a blessing, that we haven't had a lot of precipitation, and so, we're not getting a lot of inflow, but it's gonna change. Duke, if you remember, Duke, gave us a quote to put some sensors in all those. They're having a webinar on Wednesday afternoon and, about, the inflow, and so I'm gonna be a part of that. I was in Derek's office today, and they were talking about it. Said they can't be there because of that, something, NIPSCO or something. But I will be, and, it's probably gonna affect me as much as us as much as anybody, so I already signed up for that, so, that'll give us a little bit more, insight. Okay, for an employee, we still haven't got any definite answers from anybody on what we would pay. I did talk to a guy, he is interested, he is a licensed plumber. He would like to work full-time, and I think we could probably, with Toxin coming on, and me maybe wanting to slow down a little bit, I think we could work something out there. We need to come up with a pay package. I don't know if we want to try to do same as what, Noah is getting over in Adams County, for somebody full-time.
Did Andrew he had that in the budget, I don't.
Well,
recall.
that's the thing.
I didn't bring it with me.
We don't have to, know it tonight, but we need to know it fairly soon, so. But, yeah, I just think with, there's gonna be quite a bit of legwork here coming up. We've got all those easements that I have to get and all the maps, which is actually by me going out and meeting with every homeowner and deciding exactly where they're putting the grinder is actually saving VTF, and of course, hopefully it's saving us, because otherwise they have to have a surveyor come and do that. And that's just a waste of time, really. We found that out on Project One, that
Is this fella ready to go anytime, or
he probably would, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, he's working every day, but,
self-employed?
young guy, no, he's worked for somebody, but he's a young guy, and he's looking long-term. I talked to him today. I've known him probably since he was born. But anyway, he asked me, he said, so is this something that could possibly turn into something long-term? I said, I'm not gonna be here forever. But he is, I will say this, he is also good with people. And that is critical, and so anyway, yeah, Andy will be around maybe in the next 3 or 4 days. I mean, he didn't go on vacation.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Don't know.
Yeah,
I'll call him tomorrow,
yeah.
because he needs to sign some things, but,
And I'll find out from, should I ask Jamie or Brooke Mark, on how much they're paying Noah?
You can get hold of Brooke will know.
Okay,
She can get it for
okay, yeah. If we could find somebody as
Or
good at,
either one, or Jamie.
yeah.
Did he throw any figures at you?
No. If we could find somebody as good as Noah,
We're very lucky.
oh my goodness, that kid, for a young kid, he knows. I mean, and it's not like he's guessing, he knows.
We can't steal him?
I ask, every time I go over to their board meeting, I say, Noah, when you come in Wells County, come on.
Yeah, he's good.
Maybe I should start bashing Nathan.
Yeah.
Say, oh, Nathan's a hard guy to work for. You need to come over and work for Easy LA.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be true. Okay, we talked about the gate at Liberty Center, right?
Yeah, they haven't done anything with that?
Well, is it my responsibility to contact VTF, or is it the engineer's responsibility?
I would say VTF, or engineer.
Engineer. That's kind of what I thought, and that's why I did not do it, but we definitely, we couldn't get the gate open with the
We'll
snow.
have Ryan get them
Yeah.
out there. That
Yeah.
needs to be,
Okay. Last but not least, we had 2 that are still not connected in Kingsland. We do have a contractor that is willing to do the one. He's got everything worked out. They're gonna get the one done as soon as the weather breaks. So, the other one has not made any contact with the health department. I don't know, Mark, did you ever send a letter to the other one, Inskeep?
Which one was that?
Ron Inskeep is the homeowner.
I don't think so.
I know Ryan talked to you or sent you an email about it several months ago.
We might have.
And it could be that the Wells County attorney's the one that's gonna do it.
Check, ask Brooke about it. And
Okay.
then she'll check with me and
Okay.
that sounds familiar. We
Yeah.
may have.
Yeah. But we need to, I've tried to stop there the last time I did. He's got 2 Rottweilers. He's got a sign, these dogs are friendly. Guess what? It wasn't long, I was back in the truck. That one Rottweiler was as friendly as he could be, right towards me. And it didn't look,
and he was smiling.
oh, yeah.
you gotta take treats with you.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. I don't think that I have anything else. I will, Leon, you think you'll get with Andy about, pay and things
I
like
will,
that?
budget and
Right,
the pay for an employee.
yeah. Did Brooke get a copy of the budget that Andy proposed?
She hasn't sent.
I know she
emailed her.
emailed him,
She
because
might
I
have.
got she CC'd me on that.
Yeah, she might have.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully.
You have anything on behalf of Ryan, as far as the engineer report or nothing?
No, he never said anything. and,
Okay.
No. So,
Did he say anything to you about this inspection contract? 'Cause I know we asked him about that.
after we had the meeting on Thursday night, I tried all day Friday to call him, he never replied.
Okay.
Finally, today, he did try to call me, he said he was on, or left a voicemail, I'm on vacation, I'll keep trying to call you. I never did connect with him.
All right, well,
So,
I'll talk to him then.
yeah, and he won't be back till Monday,
Okay.
so, but no, yeah, we gotta get that taken care of too.
Leon?
Yeah.
I would ask about total package on compensation, how much insurance
Yes,
is gonna cover?
yes, benefits.
Paid time off,
Yes.
so we
Right.
know what the whole.
Exact, that's what we need.
I think Andy has that
Yeah.
in place.
Yeah, I think he does.
At least tentatively, let's put it that way. Yeah, thank you.
And it was a little bit easier for me, cause I didn't have to have insurance, I don't have to have all that stuff, so. But, for a young kid and his wife's in college, and so, yeah.
When it comes to insurance, since we're a public utility, is there a vendor that can help us?
Well, can they get on perf? Or
Well,
not?
yeah, we'd pass we'd have to pass an authorize that resolution to make, that position eligible for that.
For perf?
Pervs,
Yeah.
that's separate from
That's, yeah,
insurance.
that's
Yeah,
separate,
the
but,
insurance gets to be a little bit tricky.
yeah.
In Adams County, we're fortunate that, the county agreed to, include the district as, district employees eligible under an interlocal agreement so that they can participate in the county plan. And then we pay them. The district pays the county, reimburses the county for the cost.
Maybe Wells County would do the same.
If they would, that helps. Because it's very difficult to get insurance for one person.
Oh, yeah, expensive,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Is the county,
The 911 entity is funded by both the city and the county, but the city's the employer.
okay, and then provides benefits and then back bills or gets reimbursed? Okay. What sort of health plan does Wells County employees have, or does Wells County have? Is it a self-funded plan?
I think it's self-funded.
Think it's fully insured?
I don't know.
You know, who's in charge of that? Is there, you have like a HR person, county HR person? Who's in charge of employee benefits?
Yeah, my son-in-law has a policy for the county right now.
Is that through the, commissioners and auditors office? Probably auditor's office maintains all that.
Probably.
I could talk to the auditor and see what they have. It comes down to, having an interlocal agreement between, the entities, and then you just add, class of eligible insured. And it would include, employees of the district, and then you'd have a reimbursement schedule. That's all covered by an agreement. That can be a big deal.
Yeah, good. Thanks for bringing that up, John. Okay.
Anything else?
Anybody got anything else for Mr. Brown?
Thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Mark, you're up.
Couple reimbursement, only a couple with, SRF. We have this, inspection agreement, for project inspection, and we've been talking about this the last couple of meetings. The low, bid or low quote proposal for inspection services is with, CTL Engineering, Wapakoneta, Ohio. I had some questions about how the daily, hours are calculated. And that's something I can follow up with Ryan on. But it's based upon time and materials, so they'll bill based upon their hourly schedule that's set forth as an exhibit. They estimate for the length of the project, they've got $180,000. It's a lot of money. But I know we have that budgeted, in the project budget, and it is payable by RD or by SRF pays it. So, I don't know. I suppose we could have, and I don't know, we may have already had, the board may have already said and approved this subject to contract revisions. Don't think?
I know we discussed it, but I don't know whether we voted.
CTL,
Yeah.
CTL inspection. Now, it's up to you guys. If you wanna approve it subject to final contract term,
I thought we did.
agreements, we can do that, and then, because I've got some changes on here they may or may not accept. But don't know until I send it to them. If they do, or, we can have it approved, but I'm not so sure. They'll start when we have them start.
Just in our last, hang on here.
Yeah. We don't need inspectors until we have a project underway. And it sounds like it may be,
All right, hang on here.
a few weeks at least, or more, before we even got it started. In which case, it can be started, but we don't have an inspector. Well, LA will be around. But,
Very well.
if we don't, we can get to it at the March meeting, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, at our January 12th meeting, we moved to authorize me to sign the CTL contract pending review. Motion was made by Leon, seconded by John. Carried 4-5 no.
Yeah, okay, I wondered if we did that. Pending, basically, legal review and contract, acceptable contract terms. Which, like I said, they may or may not, agree to what I have here. But what I could do is I'll just have, since we already approved it, I'll have you sign it. But I'm not gonna send them a signature page until we have an agreement on these
Good.
terms. Most of them are no big deal. One of, and I see this in every single, engineering contract that I've reviewed over the years, pretty much. They'll have, what's called a forum selection clause in here. Well, they're from Ohio, so they want any disputes to be governed by Ohio. I don't like that. We're in Indiana, I want it governed by Indiana.
Right, exactly.
The other thing they always do, which is always an irritation to me, is they've got a paragraph, and like I said, I've seen this in many of these agreements. Most of these things just get signed, nobody reads them. But there's a paragraph here that limits their, limits any liabilities to the amounts that we pay them for their services. Or, and it's not to exceed what we've paid them for their services. Which to me, and then, now, we require a certificate of liability coverage. And so I've always said, then what's the point of us requiring you to have liability coverage if all we ever owe you for is what we've paid you? I said, they have liability coverage.
Sure.
Why are we letting the insurance company off the hook? So anyway, it's just, I've seen this term many times. I always enjoy just crossing it out. Send it back to them and say that's a stupid term. I don't like it. But, how many times you go to have you gone to the doctor's office and he says, okay, now, well, if I screw something up, you can't hold me liable for any more than what you paid me to screw you up, It doesn't make sense.
No.
But anyway, they slide that in there. So, but I at least like to have the debate with them.
Sure.
All right, so that's that. I'll have, take care of that after the meeting here. And then I've got notes on everything that we've talked about, LA, our meeting last week and so forth. Got some things to follow up here on that. So then I just have two, disbursement request forms, to, SRF for payment. First one is to, let's see, what's the number here? Well, balance of the fund, project fund that we're billing against with them is $3,272,000. And this is to the vendor payment here is our office, Millbury Brown. The amount is $101. And that is for, deed retrieval and recording fees. So it's expenses we've paid. And that probably has to do with, easement, recording easements and pulling deeds to verify, those for easements. So $100 and $101 is that one, and that's number 7. And then the second one is labeled as number 8. And that one is to choice 1, and that is to pay choice 1, and the amount is where is it?
What kind of copy did I leave for you guys?
This,
Should be in your
mine says $1,106.36.
choice one.
That's right. I'm trying to, yeah, okay, well, the way, I can't read. Payment information, where they have it on here is, $1,106, choice 1. And that's, itemized invoice for that is attached. And it looks like that had to do with, bidding?
This says construction administration.
Construction administration.
Okay.
$1,106.36. So if I have a motion to approve both disbursement request form number 7 and number 8, we can have Bruce sign this and we'll get them submitted for payment.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed?
All right, thank you. I think other than, I just want to talk to Ryan when he gets back. He said he's coming back Monday.
Yeah.
Next Monday.
Next.
Next Monday, okay. Well, I'll need to talk to him and see what it looks like as far as project start, driving, and
I can't remember exactly when Jamie wants to send the bills out.
check with Brooke or Jamie.
Yeah, I'll check with her in the morning.
But yeah, the interim rate isn't gonna start until we start construction.
And I do have an envelope there for Jamie.
Yeah,
There's
got
one payment in there. That, I will tell you, the Dropbox is working excellent. I don't know how many were in there, cause I just put them in a folder there, but then there was one real late. I took the rest of them over to her when I went to see, over to Mark, so. Anyway, she's got all of them, and, it works out good.
That's all I got.
I
Yes.
got a question.
Yep.
Do we need to be concerned about going across the abandoned railroad at 224-1? I would assume the NDOT's got control over that now, but I tell you, when you do these damn railroads, you don't know.
Yeah, no, that should not be a problem. I've actually researched that area extensively because we had to deal with that for,
Kingsland, or Kingsland Road.
Kingsland,
uh,
yeah, Kingsland might,
but aren't we talking about the one for,
Yeah, we're talking the one for Toxic He is
Toxic.
now, yeah.
yeah, well,
the 10 customers would be impacted.
Oh, yes, we'll do.
That's who I was really thinking.
when you're dealing with any sort of an active railroad, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And we've done that before.
Yeah, we've
You know,
done-
On our first couple projects, I know we had, I think on project 1, we were dealing, months and months
Yeah.
and months,
Yeah,
expensive, pain.
in their
Um,
profit,
yeah,
the money they charge.
It's bad. But if it's abandoned, then I can tell you that particular line, the railroad has no interest claiming. In fact, they abandoned it to the state of Indiana,
Oh,
DNR. And then the DNR, abandoned it. And so so who owns it? Well, over the years, a number of landowners have petitioned or have filed affidavits to
Reclaimed,
get it
yeah.
transferred to them, which they can do, within limitations, and then they start paying the taxes on it. And that might be one of those areas, because it's a patchwork.
Yeah.
Cause you'll see, on there where here it's one way and here it's another way and here it's another way. And it's been, over the years, it's been abandoned or claimed. We had that issue right there in Toxin, that we dealt with. So I'll just have to look at it. But quite honestly, I don't think it's a
Well, it is
concern.
about the time you start digging.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Well, you do your locates and hopefully there's, you know,
I know we do have Buckeye Pipeline, and two Buckeye pipelines going through there, but, you know, that's not.
that'll show up on locates.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They're real good about locating.
Yeah,
But it's that, you know, that was pulled up, the rail's taken out, ties are gone.
right.
The railroad has no legal interest in it,
Right.
at all. So, no,
Okay.
it's a good question.
Leon, you got any more?
No, I don't.
Anything else? Any board comments? Folks, anybody got any questions or? No? Well, we appreciate you coming. We do have a question.
just a quick question. In the past, you talked about when you add more people to the project and stuff, then that would affect the final cost to the individual homeowners and stuff. Is adding these extra 10 gonna affect anything as far as, costs down the way or anything?
Shouldn't.
It'll,
All right.
the additional cost may be additional cost to the district for, taps,
Right, but then,
connections.
you know, the other thing is, then we have to pay Bluffton, for that. But that doesn't, no, we don't change our rate because of.
You know, we're not gonna increase the rate because of 10 additional people.
Well, I thought maybe it was a secret.
We do.
I knew where he was coming from.
No, we could only hope.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but no.
It's
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That won't work.
to,
Yeah.
But you're not, as I understand the 10, you're not getting up to 700 north then?
That would, I mean, that would definitely, I looked at that, going all the way, and I didn't write that down today, but I think there's 20, if we went all the way to 700 north, it'd be 20 or 21 total. So another 10 or so. And if we went as far as the Irish Acres, that's another business there. And,
You got KDEX to the,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
used to be Howard.
right, used to be Howard too.
Yeah.
There, so we'd have two businesses there, on it. If, you know, I would say that if, when we're investigating, exploring whether we wanna do this, we ought to consider at least checking with people up there. You
It
know.
all comes down to, how much money is it gonna cost to go another, whatever,
Right.
half or 2/3 of a mile,
Right,
and,
so that would be a total mile that we would be going, if we went all the way to 700, so,
it's, I don't know.
yeah,
And we gotta come up with the money.
right.
Has anything, anybody heard anything as to where the grants and stuff stand, as far as whether we get the money, or you guys get the money?
We got enough to,
Yeah, we did for
Yeah,
this
we got enough
project.
to do the
That's-
project.
Yeah, and,
yes,
and the only way it was able to be done without increasing the rate was we got enough grant money to just barely do it. Which I forget the exact amount. In LA, it was, was it? It was over 2 million,
I forget exactly.
2.5 million.
Yeah.
2.2, I think,
Might have been.
if I remember right. I don't know.
It was over $2 million, which was absolutely critical.
Right.
We got 200,000 from the county.
Yep, that helped.
That
That
would
helped.
help, yeah.
It's my understanding that once you have funding for a given project, whether you add on like this or not, my point is the more EDUs you have, that helps keep the rate down for each individual. Cheaper by the dozen, more or less, so the more homes we have connected, the better the easier is for us to stay solvent and keep the rates down.
Right, and that was one of the big reasons that instead of taking Toxin to Craigville, we took Toxin to Kingsland, because there were a lot more homes going down 224. There are very few homes down 301.
301, yeah.
We would have
depends on the size of the pipe and what all you're doing, but it can be $1 million to go a mile,
Yeah, I think that's what Ryan says.
which seems crazy,
Right.
but
It is.
it's about what it is.
Yeah.
Now, in this case, if you're just running up, you can only go so far with, 2-inch, and then you jump to 3-inch, you can go farther and
Yeah.
pick up more homes, but
Right.
that cost is significant.
Okay,
Can I ask how they came about to add these 10 homes on one?
I
If
think
they
it-
weren't considered before, how it came up?
I think the health department asked.
I think the health department, yeah.
Ryan
Some are failing.
Ryan Bennett, let me get my notes. Ryan Bennett brought it up months ago, because that White Rock business, catering, yeah, they were actually under investigation by the Indiana Department of Health before COVID came on. When COVID hit, the Indiana Department of Health put it on the back shelf, and it hasn't come up again yet. But Ryan Bennett believes that it very well could. So we could help him out before the Indiana Department of Health takes action. And at the same, coupled with that business, those 10 homes all have very old septic systems, 56 years or older. One of the 10 has already failed. No action has been taken because the neighbors haven't complained. Another one of the 10, the second one, is failing. So if I were one of those homeowners, I would want this project. And not only that, but most of the 10 don't have enough ground to put on a new system.
And that soil, we've done soil investigations in that area. That soil is not good.
So it would be very advantageous for us and them both.
I was just curious.
Okay.
And it is not cut and dried that we'll even be able to do that,
That's correct. I know,
Exactly right.
I know, but it's worth pursuing.
more
Oh, yeah,
people
absolutely.
would ask, the better chance we would have to try to, maybe even SRF would pony up a little more money, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I know we've asked that in the past, and I think we were successful one time in Adams County.
Okay.
Somebody did, one more thing, somebody did ask me if we are going to apply for any funding for in this next funding round.
I don't think there's any plans yet, is there?
Well, no, as far as I know, unless we talk, petroleum and Riceburg. So probably not.
I don't think we have any design on that.
Mhm.
We don't. No, so.
Yeah, I think it's designed. I think.
Preliminary on,
Preliminary,
Yes.
but that's, yeah.
I think they did,
okay.
they got the funding,
Yeah, I can't.
yeah, I think.
I don't
I
remember.
think, but yeah, to get, with Toxin being active, until we get closer to finishing that, this is what I told the person, that until we get closer to finishing what we've got started, we probably won't apply for additional funding.
There's a lot of competition for that money, and you have to be kind of shovel-ready
Right,
as you apply,
right.
not only to apply, to compete. I didn't know we were that far, and they actually had
I think it is.
construction design.
I think they did, get that
I don't
done,
know.
so.
If we want to
I
get
wish
two
Ryan
going
was
at
here.
the same time or not.
Yeah.
It's a Ryan question.
That's
Yeah.
fine, but, yeah. Yeah, if they come back, if they come from Petroleum to Riceburg, they'll come right past my house. I'll hook up first.
Okay,
We'll find
anything
out
more?
from Ryan.
Yeah, we'll discuss that next meeting. Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
We have a motion on the table, do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion, second, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.